Okay, welcome to Flamecast. I'm Todd Pletz, and over there,
And I'm Chris Marler, Jedi number 5. Oh, no, I'm not Jedi number 5.
you're not. What was your name again?
Oh, Jimmy Crickets. I am. It's not Adi Krimnazari. Qui-Gon Jinn. I think that's what. I can't remember anymore. Holy cow!
Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank too. It wasn't Trav Jafai. It wasn't Harn Winnie.
It's only been what 20 years. I don't
know. Oh my gosh, it has been about that.
It's been
holy crap!
We got gray now. Come on.
I think for filming, yeah, it's got to be about 20 years.
And when March.
That was it. Yes. You had to look that up, didn't you? Well, this time we are doing a fan film Fiesta.
Woohoo!
So, kind of centering our attention on other fan films besides the ones here on site. So which I haven't made one in about 10, 15 years now. So whatever. But yeah, we haven't seen you, Chris, on here since the Yoda's Treasure reunion.
It's been a little while. Does that mean you need to do a revival film?
I think I had mentioned it on that podcast that I had actually started writing a sequel and got so far, and yeah, I still haven't picked it up because it's not going to happen. I'm never going to be able to get all these people together again, especially Dave. So
I still have PVC Man.
Oh.
Throw him off another cliff.
Yeah, that was something. Okay, so the way this is going to work is, to all of you who want to follow along, first, so you're going to get some instructions here. So first, pause the Flamecast video, meaning this video here, and included in the description of this video down below, if you're watching from YouTube, are links to each of the fan films we're going to review. So open up each link to the film as we're discussing them in a new browser tab or window. Keep this one open so when we get done with the film, we can come back here. You can unpause and hear our praise, gripes, concerns, whatever we have. So that's the way it's going to work. I will not be showing the videos themselves on this video because of, I'm sure there's copyright and stuff, so we can expect that. You've got to pause and go and search out the videos yourselves and then come back. So a little weird, but this is how we're going to do it. So, all right, the first one we are going to look at is actually a Marvel fan film. I was looking at different ones, and this one kind of caught my eye. So it's called Cable, Chronicles of Hope. So we'll get that queued up, and for you people playing along, you can pause right now. All right.
So what do you think of that one?
For the cinematics, I mean, the film quality, the editing, the special effects, it was like really decent.
The blood shots.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, they had splatter effects. Like, well, that's where they put their money into. I don't know. I thought like I was excited to see Nightcrawler as well as one of my favorite characters. They had either the contact lenses or whatever they needed to do to make the eyes.
Yep.
The eyes were yellow, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So I thought it was well done. It had, I mean, you're getting a partial story out of it. And I would have to do some research to see if they made a sequel to this or not.
Be nice because it kind of leaves you on that cliffhanger.
Yeah. Because yeah, this was done by K&K Productions, and it was actually done 6 years ago. So in that time, maybe they did one. I don't know. We'd have to do a search. But
I like how they did the Marvel thing where they put the title at the end.
mhm.
It's like it doesn't really tell you what you're watching at the beginning, but at the end you're like, oh, hey, look, it's the Chronicles, Hope Chronicles.
It looks like they've done a Flash, Arrow, and Hawk Girl fan film, which might be interesting. So might be one to take a look at some point.
When we were watching and they threw that grenade in through the window and he grabs the mattress and you said at that time, you're like, oh, quick thinking. And in my head, I'm like, is the mattress really going to stop shrapnel? I'm like, well, I guess it's nice.
That's true.
This pillow will protect me from the explosion. Oh well. No, I thought it was nice. It was nice.
Yeah. Better than anything I can do. So all right. Let's
What do you think the scratches? Are they trying to hint at Wolverine? Scratches on the door.
That's what I was thinking. Yes.
And did Cable actually have that scar on his face, or was that supposed to link into the scratches on the door? I can't remember if Cable had a Wolverine scratch on his face.
I want to say he had some scratches already. I'm trying to remember what the official Cable in the Deadpool movie looked like.
He had scratches, but I don't think it was a.
Hmm.
I can't remember either.
It's been too long since I've seen it.
Speaking of that, when's the next Deadpool out?
Oh, isn't it sometime like next year?
I don't know. I'm excited about Deadpool. Deadpools are fun.
Yeah. Plus, you're going to get Wolverine in there too, so it'll be interesting. All right, that's the only Marvel one I had. We're going to switch over to some Star Trek, and if you watched the animated series at all back in the day, actually the next two fan films, I believe they're done by the same production company. They did both of these, and
That's the animes.
yes. So we'll check out the first one here. It's just titled Star Trek: The Next Generation, the animated series.
So nostalgia, right? It's just like it really reminded me of that first series, that first animated series.
I think they must have used the actual music from the original animated series.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of the details there too, like the character movements, the you see Riker running and charging, and he's like and then in the original animated series, supposedly the art director was colorblind, so he couldn't get his grays figured out from his pinks, so that's why you have a pink Borg cube. So they even touched on that, so it's like but yeah, that basically they're taking the scene from Best of Both Worlds, all the dialogue there, and yeah, animating it,
having a cut and paste fest.
Yes.
Except for I don't know, was that really O'Brien? I couldn't tell. It must have been. It must have pulled it. So
So that's the kind of thing that this is Gazelle Automations. They did that one, and guess what? They did a Voyager one too. So we're gonna see a Voyager one here.
Let's do a Voyager. Let's go for a voyage. Oh, sorry.
All right, here we go.
It's kind of the same as before.
It is. You know, as we were mentioning, they took a few liberties in introducing new characters.
The frogman at navigation with 4 arms. I guess doing the job for people. Very brightly green, though.
Yes.
Where did the Andorran come in?
Yeah, I don't believe there was Andorian on the ship for the actual show, but
The only when I looked at the two, I mean, it's very nostalgic. It makes me remember the older series. I wish they would have done something better with the sound. The sound sounds like they're recording across the room. That was weird to me. It's really hollow, but it's still fun. And the story is kind of fun to see what happens to Janeway.
Of course, that one was taken from straight from one of the Voyager episodes as well, but adding in their own music again. So sound like straight from the animated series, taking that music.
Definitely.
But yeah, between the two, it's like, okay, now I want a Deep Space Nine one. Come on. So I hope they can continue those. Let's see, the last one. Well, the Next Generation one came out only 9 months ago. The Voyager one came out 7 months ago. But they haven't done any since. So maybe if they're listening, make another one. All right. And from Star Trek, we go, of course, to Star Wars. One of them I might end up skipping here because for one that I have, it's a series of shorts that they put together into one file, and it's actually 28 minutes. So I think you get 4 different little stories here. So just to set this up, this is called For the Empire, Season 1. A Star Wars parody created with Unreal Engine 5. So these are not people in stormtrooper uniforms or anything like that. It's all computer generated, but it's pretty well done. So now that we have the setup, let's go to the video and we'll pause here.
So I really enjoyed watching the show with all the pieces together, but I mean, I think it would have been more fun to have watched them as they were published, like one and then wait a couple of weeks or a month or so and then watch the next, because they're kind of the same thing. But I think I really enjoyed the first one, the second one, especially the first one, they were guarding the bathroom. I thought that was pretty funny. But when you put all 5 of them together, it got a little long, in my opinion. But the first one and the second one were great, and the 5th one, yeah, it's pretty good too.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. Because as I was watching it, I'm like, oh, they're doing the same thing again, and then they don't swap out voices for the different characters.
Mhm.
And I mean, of course, your or your snow troopers are going to be the same voices because those were the same characters, and as well as the two rebels on Hoth there. But were we meant to think that they were the same characters as previous episodes? I guess they were, because in the credits you only see, you've got the two names of the rebels, and then you've got TK,
FUC and FU. I can't remember the other one. FUD. I don't know.
FKU,
FKU,
and
that's right.
what was the other one? FKG. That was the other one. So I guess they probably were the same characters, but yeah, it gets a little old after a while. They just released a new one for their start of season 2. So if people want to go see that, they can check that out. But I think we've had enough of those two guys today.
Is it for the Empire again, like season 2? Is it one? Is that the name?
Yes, it is for the Empire season 2, The New Guy.
The New Guy.
So this will be it's not a compilation. There's just one story this time, and I'm sure they'll make a compilation once they get a few more going. So
But watch it in episodes.
yeah. And I have gone and looked at that one, and it actually was on my list, but I'm like, I think we can have people go out and search that one out themselves. So yeah, that's all I have for the fan films. Let me bring up my list here. So if you were to pick a favorite out of those, what do you think you would choose?
Out of all of those fan films, the 4?
Yeah.
If you wanted to see, in my opinion, a well put together production, the first one, the Marvel one, was really nice. I thought the effects were nice. It grabbed you right away. I enjoyed it. If you wanted something for comedy, the last one was really. I did enjoy the Unreal for the Empire series. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yep, I would agree. And then the other two, the animations, that's for pure nostalgia.
Exactly. If you're after something that makes you feel like that original Star Trek animation series, that'll do it for you. And it'll involve the newer series.
All right. Just a few other topics I wanted to hit here. I don't know if you heard about this at all, but that we are getting a cohesive DC universe that's being done by James Gunn.
I had heard about it. I wasn't sure about what movies are coming for it, but I know he was working on it.
He released a video this past week where he talks about all the projects, and some of it is quite interesting. I mean, we're still going to get, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I think that's next month. And then later on this year, you get The Flash and Blue Beetle and Aquaman too.
I was looking forward to The Flash. I like how they were developing that character. Is it the same actor?
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately.
I mean, I never cared for Ezra Miller to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather have Grant, what's his name, from the TV show instead.
The TV show guy is good. My daughter really liked Ezra. I don't know, it's like some kind of connection. I don't know.
He he just grated on me from the very beginning.
What his little, as he pulls the batarang. You're Batman.
I mean, there's things like that where I was okay with it, but his whole, kind of being a jokester guy, it just kind of, I don't know, it just
Over the top sarcasm.
yeah.
I think that's why the daughter liked it, I think.
But yeah, he announced some things that were coming up, and then everything that's happening, TV, live action, and film are all interconnected this time. They're not their own separate universes, which I'm like, it's about time.
I'd say Marvel definitely showed that it worked and produced money for them. So DC, give it a go. I think it'll work it.
Yeah. They are going to start out with an animated series that is connected called Creature Commandos.
Where's that going to come out? What platform?
I'm guessing it's going to be HBO Max, but
that would make sense because they have that whole DC universe going on there.
Yeah. And then after that, you've got Waller, which is a live TV show. So that's following Amanda Waller, and I'm sure it'll incorporate some of the things from Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got a Superman movie, Superman Legacy, which, from what I've heard, it goes back to Superman earlier in his life.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at maybe Superboy turning into Superman.
Superboy to super teen to Superman.
The next one's going to be kind of interesting. This is going to be a live action TV show, Lanterns. So Green Lantern. So you're going to get Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, those two Green Lanterns. And I'm sure there's going to be more lanterns like scattered around in the stories. So
would make sense.
Let's see, we've got a film called The Authority, which I'm not really sure exactly what it consists of. I would have to go back and look at James Gunn's message again and see who's all in that, because I'm just unfamiliar with that. But it's a film, so. And then they're going to do a live TV Paradise Lost. So this is going to be like Paradise Island, Themyscira. So Wonder Woman. And then they are going back to Batman, the Brave and the Bold. And this will be Batman with his son, Damian Wayne. And Damian Wayne is going to be the first Robin that we've seen on live action since what's his name did it back in that godforsaken movie back in the 90s. It's the one Batman movie I refuse to buy, with George Clooney as Batman. It's just terrible. I actually saw that one in the theater, and I think it was the overall opinion of everyone involved that I went with, where we're all like, what did we just watch? It was just terrible.
2 hours of your life you're never going to get back situation.
Yeah. It was the closest thing to the 1960s Batman show that you could get, but just bad. Anyways, Booster Gold, we're getting a TV show out of that. We're getting a film for Supergirl.
No, that'll be nice.
So we haven't seen a Supergirl movie since back.
And this is all James Gunn.
Yep.
He did a good job.
And we're getting a Swamp Thing film.
I love the old Swamp Thing, like the old one. That was fun.
He says that one's going to be more of a horror story. So, I mean, hopefully it's better than the TV show that they did just not too long ago.
I haven't watched that one yet, but I had it marked. I didn't know. Just haven't taken the dive yet.
I got like 3/4 of the way through it, and it was a struggle to keep watching. I'm like, I can't do it. I'm not going to finish.
I listened to something on one of the morning shows the other day talking about how all of these television series are putting out like series of long stories between 8 and 12 episodes. And the guy's advice was, if you're not thoroughly like, oh, I really have to see what's going on after the second episode, like it just feels like it's dragging out. He suggested just skip the rest of it and watch the last episode because the story's going too short. And at least that way you see the resolution of the series. Otherwise, if they don't catch you within an episode or two, move on to the next one because there's so many platforms putting out these long series items. So
Yeah.
kind of felt that way. I just watched 1899, which was interesting on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Kind of a Lost type series, but it moved really slow. Really slow.
Yeah, I was watching, speaking of series with dates, I was watching 1923 on Paramount Plus because it drew me in because Harrison Ford is in that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was good. I'll watch it when it comes back on, and they're kind of on a break right now. I think they actually come back on this weekend. But the only gripe I had with that show was that, okay, I haven't seen any of the other Yellowstone series.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like jumping from story to story with seemingly no connection.
Is 1923 a spinoff of Yellowstone?
Yes.
Ah.
It's like a prequel. So you've got, because they've got 1883, I think it is as well. It's either 1883 or 1893. I can't remember the date. But yeah, and then this one, and then your regular series. But this is the only one I've watched, and it's like, okay. So it's kind of prompting me to, go out and see these others and see how they connect then. I mean, the last episode before they went on break, they did tie two of the stories together. So the one guy in Africa, spoiler, one guy in Africa is coming back home to the States again. So, but there's a whole other story with a Native American and her group, and it's like, I don't know how this fits in. It's just jumping all over the place. So, but yeah, back to James Gunn and his DC universe. He said this is part of like phase 1, Gods and Monsters. So
we'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's good stuff, because I mean, other things he's done, they've been good. So I think everyone's expecting good things out of him, except for those people that insist on Zack Snyder's Justice League needs to continue. And it's like, it's not going to happen, people. So speaking of movies, though, I got an email, what was it, about 2-3 months ago, and I got one just recently too, from MoviePass.
Is it going again?
They are trying this again. I'm not sure if it's the same people behind it, but this one, it looks like it might work. I'm not going to sign up myself though, but it'll be a monthly fee, and they'll give you so many credits, and then you can use these credits towards movies. So you can't just do like I did, and it's like, okay, like I can't even remember what I spent. It was like maybe $20 a month or whatever. And so you spend $20 and it's like, okay, I went to which one was it? One of the Star Wars movies, The Last Jedi. I went to that like 9 times on MoviePass. So I got my money's worth, and so did everyone else. And yeah, it's not going to go as many times as you want. You're going to get credits and use these credits towards whichever movie. So
that would make a better business plan for them.
Yep. And just looking ahead at what's coming up, it's like, okay, this month there's only one movie I want to really see. March, there's going to be one every weekend I want to see. And then there's, a few months where it's like there's either nothing or there's maybe one movie. And I'm like, it's not worth it. Maybe like the first 2 months, but I don't know.
So the next one is the Ant-Man, isn't it? Is that the one, Quantumanium?
Yep. I think that's what, in 2 weeks? 1 week or 2 weeks?
No, it's coming up soon.
So, and at this point, I think they're only emailing people that used to have MoviePass. So I think they're going off of the previous incarnations email list. So if you haven't gotten anything, that's probably why. Because then they have get your friends to sign up and get bonuses and stuff like that. And I think that's the only way people that weren't signed up the first time can get in on it right now.
Was Corey on it?
Nope. I was the only one out of our.
You sign up Corey, probably work for him.
Yeah. Maybe. But yeah, not something I'm going to do this time. Just a rundown of some upcoming events. Of course, March 18th, for those invited, we've got my 32nd annual sci-fi party. So,
what day is that?
That is March 18th. Of course, it's a Saturday, so something to stick on your calendars.
That's what I'm looking at right now. March 18th.
We're going to start out by doing X-Wing miniatures. And as people die off in that game, they can either start another one, or people can bring other sci-fi related games and go and play those. I'm going to have Marvel Villainous available because I picked that up just within the last month.
Yeah, at a good price, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was under $25 after all deals and everything. And that's with shipping.
Nice.
Actually, it was free shipping. So, yeah. And I see they've got like 3 expansions for it, which I'm like, well, I'll stick those on my list. I'm not sure if I'll actually get them or not. And the last one, the 3rd expansion, I think isn't quite out yet. It's going to come out soon, though. Otherwise, let's see, we've got a convention that no one's going to, the Star Wars Celebration Europe, but I do watch these things on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you miss out on the stuff that they block, of course. Like there might be a trailer for an upcoming project or movie or something like that. So yeah, you miss out on that, but you get everything else. It's nice to watch those things.
Mm-hmm.
but that's April 7th through 10th. After that, we've got Minnesota Con up at the Minneapolis Convention Center. So it's the same people doing the Nerd Out Con in Rochester, except they're going big time and doing one in the cities.
You're going to have a table?
I am not doing tables at those. Because there for a table, you got to pay a lot more money.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I do have my ticket already. Corey's got his ticket. We're only doing the Saturday of that weekend because it's a Friday through Sunday deal, June 2nd through 4th. Yeah, I think the biggest name is Michael Rooker. They've got some others that are less well known, but he was the biggest one. I think Sean Gunn was also at this one, who is James Gunn's brother. So
Guilt by association.
he plays. He does. Oh shoot! Is it? He does the like the movements and stuff for Rocket Raccoon, I believe. Someone else does the voice.
Oh, okay.
But he's also Michael Rooker's second in command of the Ravager.
There we go. Okay, I know who that is then.
Yeah. So he's the one who currently has the fin and the dart. So
I like Michael's part in Walking Dead though too. So Daryl's brother.
Well, after I get my next paycheck, I'm going to pay for a photo op with Michael Rooker, and I am going to bring a bag of chocolate covered pretzels and get a picture with him with the chocolate covered pretzels.
Nice.
Yes.
Remember him in Slither? Did you ever watch Slither?
I never did watch that. No.
Oh, it's fun to watch. You should watch Slither. He's like basically the protagonist in it, so it's a lot of, or the antagonist. Sorry, he's the bad guy. It's fun to watch that one.
I'm pretty sure that one's on one of the streaming platforms because it seems like I came across that one, but I passed over it.
Yeah, take a seat, watch it sometime.
And then of course later in the year, October first weekend in October, there's Nerd Out Con 5 in Rochester, but I think they just opened up like vendor tables for that one, which still it's going to be too expensive for me. So I guess it's probably a good time for a Star Wars Kenner commercial.
From Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection, it's Millennium Falcon that you put together. Batteries not included.
Nice landing, Han Solo. Uh-oh, come on, Chewbacca. Stormtroopers are coming.
Action figures each sold separately.
Got them on radar. I'll fire the laser cannon.
There's even a hidden storage hatch.
Ready for takeoff. Jump to light speed. We're gone. On to the Death Star.
Millennium Falcon from Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately.
All right, so that was the Empire Strikes Back Millennium Falcon.
Nice.
I myself had the original Star Wars Millennium Falcon. If only I would have kept all that stuff.
I had the X-Wing. My brother had the TIE Fighter. I don't know where it went.
I know what happened to all mine. Garage sale. Whenever I see someone post something online where it's like, if you could time travel and go anywhere, where would you go? I'm like, I'd go back and buy all my toys for myself at that garage sale and keep everything. And then, not only am I paying dirt cheap prices, I'm paying myself in the past. So I'm still getting the money. and I keep all my toys.
Nice.
It's win-win. I also wanted to mention there is a sale going on at redbubble.com. So that is the hosting site for the Flaming Death Stockroom. So if people want to go there, I'll stick a link somewhere down there. Check it out. It's 20% off right now. And I think it's for like 2 weeks. And then they're going to have another sale later in the month. So check that out. Buy some stuff. As far as other things online, people may have noticed that I am not pushing the Patreon page anymore. I wasn't getting anything from that. No sign up. So I'm like, okay, that's gone. Because it was, I was doing all this work on it and no benefit. So thanks a lot, people. Okay, up next. Well, we don't have any burning questions for this month, but I have a burning question for us. And this one came about because I had gotten an email early on in the month. Arcade 1-Up. They make they re-release classic arcade games. So the Star Wars arcade game I have is from Arcade 1-Up. They're re-releasing the Star Wars arcade game, actually. 40th anniversary edition. Yes, it's been 40 years. So my question, I guess, to you would be, if you were starting to build your own personal arcade, what game has to be your first? So for me, I've already done that. I bought the Star Wars arcade game. It's like that was the one I needed.
Gauntlet would be mine. I loved Gauntlet.
I was thinking you would say Gauntlet.
I actually have an Xbox, like not like anything fancy, like the original Xbox behind me, and it has the Gauntlet game on it. I just loved playing that. It's my favorite one. I almost said Joust, but then I'm like, no, it's Gauntlet. By far, Gauntlet.
I want to say the Arcade 1-Up may have done Gauntlet. I'm not sure if they have it available anymore, but I'm pretty certain they've done Joust. But yeah, something to check out if you're. The thing is, though, because of licensing, some of them get kind of stupid expensive. Because the next one I would have wanted would have been Tron.
Oh yeah,
but they want like, was it 700 for that? I'm like, I can't do it. It was either 600 or 700. I'm like, maybe if you got down to like 400, somewhere in there. I think I paid $5 for Star Wars.
I just searched their site for Gauntlet and I didn't see it. They do have a Joust for $500.
Yeah,
but it is flagged as sold out.
yeah.
They've also got a 40th anniversary of Defender. I never was good at Defender. I just couldn't get it down.
Yeah, I tried that a few times, but I was never really good at too many games. But when it got to the Star Wars arcade game, I can get my name on every time.
I love the Star Wars. The Star Wars one was good. It was a good one to start with.
Yep. All right. I think we've covered quite a lot in this month's episode, so I think we can probably call it a day.
Good.
I think there's going to be a few of us that are going to try playing X-Wing miniatures this afternoon and refresh our minds on rules and stuff like that. But other than that, I think that's about it.
Okie dokie. Well, thanks for having me, Todd.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. It's been a while for you to be on these. So what do I say? And that's a wrap.
Wrap her up. Okie dokie.